Hello, and welcome to this week's Peter's Perspectives. In this week's Peter's Perspectives, we will be examining the dilemma around legacy applications. Now, most firms, if not all firms in the world, are busily building the new applications in the cloud or in the digital forum. And most firms are also looking to migrate out their application estates out of legacy into cloud. The problem is that not all of these application suites are easy to migrate. In fact, increasingly firms are finding that a meaningful number of their applications are too risky or too expensive to migrate into the cloud. And they are, at least for the time being, leaving them in legacy. So this presents an issue as to how firms, what philosophies firms must use in operating these legacy suites. Now, they really can be divided into a harvester mentality or a investment mentality. So let's deal with the harvester first. In harvester, we view these legacy suites really as a iceberg which is migrating from the cold Arctic into warmer weathers and will quickly melt. They're temporary in nature. Under this philosophy, we look to take as much cost out of the legacy as quickly as possible, and accelerate the migration into the cloud. The investor philosophy takes the opposite view. They view these applications as long-lived. They look at past migrations, for example, the IBM mainframe, the Unisys mainframe, where the industry still has large suites of applications being operated in these. They recognize that these applications will likely take a long time before they're moved, if years, if not decades, and they need to be invested in. The kinds of investments that need to be made. Well, let's start with security. We recognize legacy is more vulnerable than cloud, and they need to continue to invest to secure these environments. They also recognize that they're going to have to invest in more and more data, getting the data out of them, because these applications are doing meaningful and important, perhaps critical things for the corporation and creating critical data. So there has to be an ongoing investment in data. And then, of course, these applications themselves need to evolve over time, and some investments has to be put aside for that. So the firms view them as an asset that needs to have ongoing investment in. The dilemma for the investors is that over time, legacy environments start up as a death spiral. And this is caused by both the attitude of the firm, which seeks to divert investment into the new cloud or new digital area. So it's harder and harder to attract investment. And it's particularly hard to keep talented individuals focused on the legacy environments. Quite frankly, any IT or engineering professional knows their careers are better off in the new cloud environment and are eager to move there. And if they can't transfer within the company, they leave and go elsewhere. This leaves a dispirited group of people, often close to retirement. And that retirement issue is yet another risk because often companies face an unanticipated retirement cliff coming. So the answer to this typically is over time, companies look to outsource or move those legacy estates to third parties. The thinking here is that the third parties can aggregate them, invest in them, and better able to manage the talent issues and security issues that are likely to be with us for a long time.